Welcome to Phoenix's Urban Wilderness South Mountain Preserve. Today we're exploring one of the most intriguing hikes in Arizona, the Hidden Valley Trail Loop, featuring the historic Mormon Trail and the famous Fatman's Pass. This isn't just any hike, it's a journey through fascinating geology, indigenous history, and pioneer heritage. We're starting at the Mormon Trail parking lot on the east side of South Mountain. At over 16,000 acres, South Mountain Preserve is one of the largest municipal parks in the country, and these rugged trails reveal why it's been a significant landmark for thousands of years. The first part of our 3.7-mile out-and-back journey takes us up the Mormon Trail. This is where you will encounter most of the 930 feet of elevation gain. Despite its name, this trail wasn't actually created by Mormon settlers, but it was used by members of the LDS Church during the late 1800s and early 1900s to travel between their settlements in the Salt River Valley. These settlers built upon the ancient Hohokam Canal systems, revitalizing agriculture in this desert valley. As we climb, notice these distinctive rock formations. South Mountain is primarily composed of metamorphic rocks, like gneiss and schist, formed over 1 billion years ago. The mountain range we see today was created through fault block uplift around 15 million years ago. Geologists consider South Mountain a textbook example of metamorphic core complexes. Long before European settlers arrived, this mountain was sacred to the Hohokam people, who lived in this valley from approximately 300 CE to 1450 CE. They called it Muhadagduag, or Greasy Mountain, in the O'odham language. Today, the Tohono O'odham and other indigenous peoples still consider this a place of cultural significance. We've now reached the junction where Mormon Trail meets National Trail. We'll turn onto Hidden Valley Trail, which will take us through some of the most unique terrain in the preserve. Now we're entering Hidden Valley. This secluded passage between towering rock formations creates a natural corridor that feels worlds away from the city just beyond these mountains. During the territorial days, legends claim this hidden corridor served as a hideout for cattle rustlers moving stolen herds between the Salt River Valley and points south. While historical evidence is limited, these natural enclosures certainly would have made excellent concealment. Here we encounter this incredible natural tunnel. Many boulders have fallen into this path and formed the tunnel. After the tunnel, there is a large rock that will need to be climbed. It is very slippery from the years of hikers traversing its surface. There is another path that takes you through. Another small tunnel just to the right of the trail. It may be better than the rock scramble. And here it is, the famous Fatman's Pass. This natural formation creates a slot barely 12 inches wide in some spots. The smooth walls were formed by erosion over thousands of years. Despite its somewhat politically incorrect name, Fatman's Pass has been a favorite challenge for hikers for generations. South Mountain Preserve was established in 1924 when the city of Phoenix purchased the initial 13,000 acres from the federal government for $17,000. During the Great Depression, the Civilian Conservation Corps built many of the trail's ramadas and facilities we still use today. This preserve represents one of America's earliest urban conservation efforts, protecting this mountain range from development while the city grew around it. Today, it stands as testament to forward-thinking conservation values from nearly a century ago. We're now completing our loop by connecting back to Mormon Trail. This 3.5-mile circuit gives you a perfect taste of South Mountain's natural and cultural treasures. South Mountain Preserve offers a unique opportunity to step back in time, geological time, indigenous time, and pioneer history, all while being minutes from downtown Phoenix. The Hidden Valley Trail with Mormon Trail and Fatman's Pass encapsulates the best of this desert wilderness. Remember to bring plenty of water wear, sun protection, and stay on designated trails to preserve this landscape for future generations. From South Mountain Preserve, thanks for joining us on this journey through Arizona's natural and cultural heritage.